The U.S. military operation to escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz has been put on hold after just 1 day. President Donald Trump says Project Freedom will be paused to see whether an agreement with Iran can be finalized and signed. Reports suggest Iran is reviewing a one-page memorandum of understanding to end the war and set a framework for more detailed nuclear negotiations. The deal would see the U.S. agreeing to the release of billions of dollars of frozen Iranian funds. Several countries asked for the U.S. operation on the Strait of Hormuz to be halted, including Pakistan, which is leading mediation efforts between Iran and the U.S. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif welcomed the decision and says it'll go a long way towards advancing regional peace. Now, these developments do come as Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi is holding talks with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi in Beijing. Trump is scheduled to visit next week.
The Operation Epic Fury is concluded. We achieved the objectives of that operation. I'm not going to, we're not cheering for an additional situation to occur. We would prefer the path of peace. What the president would prefer is a deal. He would prefer to sit down, work out a memorandum of understanding for future negotiations that touches on all the key topics that have to be addressed, a full opening of the Strait so the world can get back to normal. He preferred that be negotiated through the route that Steve and Jared have been working and that all of us have been supporting. That's the route he prefers. That is so far not the route that Iran has chosen.
Resul, any sort of, a reaction to this? Any signs of diplomatic movement that you're hearing about where you are?
Well, they haven't released any statement or official reaction to specifically what the President of the United States has just posted. However, here, so yes, the diplomacy is working. So Iranians are confirming that now they have received the U.S. response to their 14 points proposal. And that proposal is in Tehran via Islamabad. So the Iranian officials are still reviewing it, and soon that response, Iranian response, is going to be sent to the Americans via Islamabad. Indeed, just yesterday, Menachem Mottaki, who is an MP in the parliament and also a former Iranian foreign minister, he said in a 2 days' time, Iran's response is going to be sent to Islamabad, and they are going to convey that to Washington. So this is the confirmed part. And of course, while Iranians are reviewing it, they say one of their motives also is to bridge the gap, because there are fundamental differences in the positions of both, between the positions of both countries. So here, there also Iranians are saying that what they're working on now is exclusively and solely about Strait of Hormuz and about lifting the blockade. Anything else, whether it's Iran's nuclear program, Iran's missile program, or Iran's regional security policies, its relations with the proxies or its allies in the region, non-state allies in the region, they say that these are off table. So what Iranians are seeing, they say there is a three-phase proposal. So in the first 30 days, so they're proposing Americans to only discuss and negotiate about Strait of Hormuz, the status of Strait of Hormuz, the new regulations in Strait of Hormuz, lifting the blockade. And if they agree on the main principles of this situation in the Strait of Hormuz and the blockade in the 30 days, then they can move to the second phase. And in the second phase, Iranians are saying they're ready to negotiate their nuclear program. And if that is also succeeded, if that is achieved, then in the third phase, Iranians saying that that is not going to be about the USA, so it's going to exclusively a strategic dialogue and a security dialogue with the regional countries without the participation of the United States. So these are the confirmed points that Iranians are telling us, and they say, well, the other issues, the points that are now being circulated through the media, that Iran is ready to sign a one-page memorandum of understanding with the United States, that its nuclear program is included, regional policies on it, they say that these are fabricated. So solely at this stage, we are discussing the Strait of Hormuz and lifting the blockade. If we agree on that main principles, if we achieve a deal on this issue, then the second phase will come, Iran's nuclear program, and then in the third phase, we are ready to engage strategically with the regional countries. However, while saying that, they're still saying that they have red lines, and they will not allow any situation or a pre-war situation in the Strait of Hormuz. They say in any way Iran is determined to keep its control over the Strait of Hormuz.
Resul, thank you. Resul Serdar there joining us live from Tehran.